Have you ever noticed how the moment you stop trying so hard, he suddenly starts paying attention? How the minute you pull back just a little, he starts leaning in? It's not magic, it's not luck, and it's not a game. It's a pattern, a rhythm, a secret pull that turns silence into a magnet and distance into desire. And once you understand what truly triggers a man to chase you, not for a moment, but endlessly, you stop chasing. You stop begging. You stop lowering your light just to fit into his shadow. Because something changes the moment you stop reaching. Something wakes up in him the moment you start remembering who you are. A woman's presence can be so powerful, it rewires the air he breathes without her saying a word. That's the kind of energy we're talking about today. The kind that doesn't scream for attention. It pulls it. The kind that doesn't chase love. It makes love chase her. But this doesn't come from pretending. It doesn't come from playing hard to get. It comes from knowing deeply that you are the one. And once that truth settles into your spirit, everything else begins to shift. Think of fire, not the one that burns wildly for anyone who walks by, but the one that burns steady, strong, and high, protected, untouchable, alive. He feels the heat, but he cannot control it. He cannot hold it unless he learns how to tend to it. That's the kind of woman who makes a man chase without saying a word, because she is not available to just anyone. She is not waiting to be chosen. She is the warmth he keeps coming back to when the world goes cold. He's not chasing the loudest woman. He's chasing the most grounded one, the one who doesn't try to convince him, the one who can walk away and never look back unless he learns to match her energy. And that, dear woman, is where your power begins. No, this isn't about controlling him. This is about controlling your energy, your space, your value. And once you do that, once you stop doubting what you bring into the room, you will see the shift. He will see it too. That is the beginning of the chase, the kind that doesn't end. Because, beautiful woman, you're not just another option. You are the lesson, the fire, the queen. And the moment you start living like it, that's when he starts running, not away, but toward you. If this message touched something deep inside you, if it reminded you of your power, your worth, your light, then take a moment and like this video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, because we are working day and night to create the kind of content that helps you heal, rise, and remember the queen you've always been. You deserve to be seen, to be heard, to be valued. And we're here to make sure you never forget that again. Number 1. Your absence is louder than your presence when he took you for granted. He didn't notice when you stopped texting first. He didn't feel the shift when your energy started pulling back. At first, he thought nothing changed. He believed you'd always be there, waiting, ready, reaching. But here's the thing. He didn't hear your silence until it became the loudest thing in his life. That's the secret nobody tells you. Your absence, when he took you for granted, is louder than your presence ever was. That silence, it's not empty. It echoes in the spaces where your love used to live. A man doesn't chase what's too easy to reach. He chases what he fears he's already lost. He took your warmth like sunlight on his skin, so familiar, so constant, he forgot what it felt like to lose it. But now, without your presence, he's feeling the chill. Every moment you're not there, every message you don't send, every step you take without looking back, it hits him like thunder on a quiet night. The loudest sound a man ever hears is the door you quietly closed behind you. That's the power of walking away. Not in anger, but in power. Not with words, but with grace. He expected a scene. He expected tears. But what he never expected was your silence. That's what makes him chase. That's what makes him wake up. Imagine a room full of music. You're dancing, laughing, alive. But suddenly, the music stops. It's not broken. You just left. And now? He stands in the quiet, rewinding the memories, hoping for one more note. But the silence is a reminder. He lost the one who brought the rhythm. And that silence, that's what changes everything. Dear lady, you are not the background noise. You were the entire symphony. And when he treated your presence like it was guaranteed, your absence became the lesson. The moment you pulled back was the moment he started reaching. Not because he suddenly changed, but because your energy, when withheld, became a mirror. Now he sees himself, and the reflection is hollow without you in it. And now, beautiful woman, here is your truth. You do not beg. You do not chase. You are not here to convince anyone of your worth. You are the reward, the warmth he took for granted, the softness that turned into strength. And when you stop showing up, that's when the chase begins. Queens, write this in the comments and claim it. My absence speaks louder than words. Let him feel what he ignored. Let the world see how powerful your silence can be. And if this message reminded you of the power you've always had, like this video and subscribe. We are working hard to bring you these life-changing lessons because you deserve to be reminded you were never just a woman in the room. You were the reason it lit up. Number 2. He'll chase the one who doesn't need to be chased. Have you ever seen what happens when a man realizes he can't figure her out? When he starts wondering why she's not texting first, why she's not chasing, why she's not trying to prove anything, that's when it hits him. She doesn't need him to choose her. And suddenly, he starts chasing. Not because she's playing a game, but because she's finally playing by her own rules. The truth is, a man will always be drawn to the one who knows how to stand still in her power. He doesn't chase the loudest voice in the room. He chases the woman who makes him feel something just by being herself. No begging, no pleading, no trying too hard. Just presence, just confidence, just a glow he can't ignore. Seneca once said, "The greatest wealth is a poverty of desire." And that's exactly what makes him curious. You are not desperate. You are not needing to be chosen. You are choosing yourself first. And that energy? That's magnetic. He doesn't chase out of guilt. He chases out of mystery. Because when you stop proving your worth, he starts questioning how he ever overlooked it. Imagine a butterfly. It doesn't follow anyone. It moves with grace, with ease, with direction. But when it lands, the whole world stops to admire it. That's what your energy becomes when you stop running after love. You attract it. Because the moment you realize you don't need to chase love, love begins to chase you. He expects to see you broken. He expects you to linger. But when you pull back, when you redirect all that love back into yourself, it confuses him. And that confusion turns into curiosity. That curiosity turns into desire. And suddenly he starts thinking about you in ways he never did before. Not because you begged for his attention, but because you took it back. Dear woman, this is where it begins. This is where you stop proving and start glowing. You are not his option. You are not his second guess. You are the standard. And when you start living like that, when your life becomes so full, so peaceful, so elevated without him, he will chase, not because he's entitled to you, but because now he knows what it feels like to lose what he never deserved. So here's what I want you to write in the comments and claim for yourself. I don't chase, I attract effortlessly. Queens, let that be your truth. Let it be your fire. Let it be your silence that says everything. We are working hard to create lessons that help you love deeper, heal stronger, and rise higher. Because queens like you were never meant to chase. You were meant to reign. Number 3, the more you glow without him, the more he burns for you. Have you ever wondered why the moment you stop checking your phone, stop hoping he notices, stop trying to be seen, he suddenly starts watching you like you're the only light left in a dark room? That's not an accident. That's not confusion, that's the quiet law of energy. When you start glowing for yourself, when you start rising without needing his eyes on you, something shifts inside him. That glow you carry now, it doesn't beg, it doesn't follow, it doesn't ask to be wanted, and that's exactly why he starts chasing it. The fire that lights you from within will blind the man who once thought he could live without your warmth. Let that settle in your spirit, because your glow, your peace, your confidence, your smile that no longer waits for his message, that glow is what haunts him. Not because you're trying to make him jealous, not because you're pretending to be happy, but because now you are happy without him. And nothing stings more than watching a woman shine where he thought she'd be broken. Think of a sunrise, soft at first, but unstoppable. The man who once thought he could walk away with ease will find himself watching from a distance, unable to look away. He expected you to fall apart. He expected your glow to come from his presence, but now you're glowing brighter without him than you ever did beside him. And that glow, it burns, not your heart, but his pride. Right now, he may act unbothered. He may post pictures, pretend he's fine. But the moment he sees your smile is no longer for him, the chase begins. He starts feeling that pull, the mystery, the fire. He remembers what you were, the calm in his chaos, the real in his illusion. And once he feels that glow from a distance, he'll want it again. But this time, the glow has moved on. It no longer waits. It no longer asks. Dear woman, this glow of yours, it's the most powerful trigger of all. He didn't value it when he had it. Now he sees it lighting up the world without him. And what he let go, he can't touch again. Because now, you're not just glowing, you're reigning. Queens, write this in the comments and claim it. My glow is my power. Let the world know that your light no longer waits to be seen. It shines for you. We're working hard to bring you these life-changing lessons because you weren't meant to chase. You were meant to be chased. And now, it's your time to reign. Number 4. The woman who can walk away is the one who's hardest to replace. Have you ever wondered why a man starts chasing the moment you stop? Why he only begins to feel your value when you're no longer trying to prove it? It's because the woman who can walk away quietly, gracefully, and completely is the one who stays on his mind the loudest. She doesn't slam doors. She doesn't cry out for closure. She doesn't try to fix what he clearly didn't fight to keep. And that silence, that calm, unbothered exit, it shakes him. It stays with him because deep down he knows he lost something he'll never find again. Seneca once said, "The greatest blessings of mankind are within us and within our reach." But he didn't see that. He thought you'd stay forever, that your love would keep pouring even after his efforts dried up. But now that you're gone, he's standing in that empty space, wondering how he ever let you go. He expected the same version of you to stay on standby. But instead, you evolved. You stopped proving. You stopped explaining. You chose yourself. And that choice changed everything. Imagine a beautiful vase placed on a windowsill, shimmering under the sun, holding life, holding peace. He saw it every day, grew used to it, forgot to appreciate it. One day, that vase is gone, and suddenly that windowsill looks empty, too empty. Now, no matter what he replaces it with, nothing fits the way you did. Nothing shines like you. That is the impact of the woman who walks away, the one who doesn't fight for a man who wasn't fighting for her, the one who lets the loss speak louder than her words ever could. This is not about punishing him. It's about respecting yourself enough to leave when your soul is tired. The moment you stop trying to be enough for him and start realizing you were more than enough all along, that's when the real chase begins. He will feel it. in his silence, in his pride, in his loneliness. Because once a woman like you walks away, he doesn't find her again. So, listen closely, beautiful woman. This isn't weakness. This is your strength in full bloom. You didn't walk away to hurt him. You walked away to heal yourself. And now, he's left chasing something he thought would always wait. But queens don't wait. Queens reign. Write this in the comments and claim it. I am the woman he cannot replace. Say it, feel it, own it. Let the world know you are no longer waiting to be seen. You already are the one worth chasing. And if this message stirred something in your heart, like this video and subscribe to the channel. We are working hard to bring you real, raw, and life-changing lessons to remind you, dear Queen, of the power that's always been yours. Number 5. He craves what he can't control, so stop being predictable. Have you ever noticed how fast he pulls away when he knows exactly what to expect from you? When he already knows you'll reply the second he texts, answer the call every time, show up even when he disappears for days? That's not love, that's comfort. And comfort kills curiosity. A man doesn't chase what's predictable, he chases mystery. He chases uncertainty. He chases the woman he can't quite figure out, the one who changes the rhythm just when he thought he learned the dance. He doesn't want to feel like he owns your time. He wants to feel like he has to earn it. And right now, the reason he's not chasing you is not because you're not enough. It's because he already thinks he has you. There's no fire in what's handed over too easily. And when a man feels like there's no risk of losing you, he stops valuing you. Not because you lack worth, but because he doesn't feel the need to work for what's already guaranteed. As Marcus Aurelius once said, it is not death that a man should fear, but never beginning to live. And queens, that applies to love too. A man doesn't fully feel alive in a relationship unless he feels purpose, unless he feels like he's constantly rising to the challenge of keeping a woman who doesn't need him, but chooses him. That's what pulls him in deeper. Think of the ocean. It doesn't chase the ships that leave it, but its pull is so strong, so deep, that even the strongest vessels eventually return. That's what happens when a woman stops being easy to read, easy to reach, easy to predict. She becomes unforgettable because every time he thinks he's figured her out, she evolves again. He will chase the woman who keeps her own pace. He will crave the one who knows how to slow down, how to disappear into her own life, how to stay silent instead of over-explaining. And once he starts noticing that you're not always available, not always reachable, not always easy, he won't be able to stop thinking about you. So, dear woman, stop being predictable. Stop letting him calculate your next move. Stop giving him the comfort of routine. Your energy is not meant to be scheduled. You are not here to be convenient. You are here to be captivating. And queens, the moment you stop trying to be everything for him is the moment he realizes you are everything he's been looking for. Beautiful woman, write this in the comments and claim it. I will not be predictable. I will be unforgettable. Let this be the beginning of your power. Let him learn that the more he tries to pin you down, the more he realizes you were never meant to be held. You were meant to be honored. Because we're working hard to give you the tools, the truths, and the reminders you need to reign like the queen you were born to be. Number 6. When you stop explaining your worth, he starts feeling the weight of losing it. Have you ever noticed how the more you try to explain your worth to him, the less he seems to hear it? Like your voice is loud, but his mind is somewhere else. Like you're standing there, heart in your hand, repeating the same words, but his ears are tuned to everything except the truth you're trying to give him. That's not because you're not enough. That's because he never had to feel your value. He was too busy being told about it. And when a man only hears it and never feels it, He forgets. But the moment you stop explaining, that's when it all hits him. Hard, quiet, real. A woman's silence is often the loudest reminder of what he's lost. And once you stop talking, once you stop reminding, defending, hoping, he is left with the one thing he never expected, the echo of your absence. And it will echo loud in the places where your energy used to live. Not because you're being cold, but because you're finally being clear. Imagine a room filled with light. You kept that room warm, alive, beautiful. But he stopped noticing. He stopped appreciating the glow. So one day, you switch off the light and quietly walk out. That moment, that silence, it stings. Because now he can't feel the warmth, can't see the glow, can't touch the energy he once believed would always be there. He starts stumbling in the dark, looking for the light switch he once ignored. He thought you would never stop trying. He thought he had time. He believed you would always be there to explain your heart, your love, your loyalty. But you're not that woman anymore. You've grown. You've learned. You don't explain your worth. You live it. And now he has to live with the weight of watching you disappear from his life while he was busy overlooking what he had. This is not just about pulling back. This is about returning to yourself, to the version of you that no longer feels the need to prove anything to anyone. This is about remembering who you are. And once that happens, he will chase the silence that used to be filled with your voice. He will feel the space you once filled, and he'll realize nothing else fits like you did. Because, beautiful lady, when you stop explaining your worth, you start becoming unforgettable. You stop being available. You stop being replaceable. You stop being the easy choice. And that is what makes a man chase you endlessly. Not your effort, not your words, but your absence that speaks for itself. Write this in the comments and claim it. My silence speaks louder than my words. Let it be known, queens, that from this moment forward, you no longer waste your breath proving what is already obvious. Because we are working every day to give you the tools, the truth, and the strength to walk like the queen you were born to be. Number 7. Your standards will do what your words never could. Make him level up or lose you. He heard your voice, but he didn't listen. He saw your effort, but he didn't value it. He thought your patience had no end, your love had no limit. But now everything is quiet. No more long messages, no more trying to explain yourself, no more chasing. And suddenly, he's confused. He's searching for the rhythm he once controlled, but it's gone. Why? Because something changed, not in him, but in you. You stopped talking, and you started showing. And now, the woman who once bent to meet him where he stood is now standing so tall, he has two options: rise to meet her, or lose her forever. Never lower your crown to fit into a space that was never built to hold it. This isn't just about self-worth, it's about setting the tone. A man doesn't fall in love with how much you explain. He falls when he realizes he could lose the kind of woman who refuses to explain herself twice. When your standards speak for you, your silence becomes his lesson. That's when the chase begins. Not because you asked for it, but because you stopped needing to. Think of a locked gate guarding a hidden garden. The flowers inside are rare, untouchable, thriving. He stood outside, assuming the gate would always swing open. But now, it's closed, not with anger, but with grace. And for the first time, he has to ask himself, is he willing to earn the key? Or will he keep walking, pretending it wasn't worth it, only to spend every silent night wishing he had tried harder? The woman who demands nothing but lives with intention, she becomes unforgettable. When you decide you will not be a placeholder, you trigger something in him. He sees the line you drew and realizes crossing it means everything changes. And if he doesn't rise, then the door stays closed, And you will not open it again. Dear lady, you are not here to remind him over and over how to love you. You're not here to convince, to plead, to beg. You set the standard. You hold the frame. And he either builds himself into the man who fits it, or he becomes the story of who let you go. Write this in the comments and claim it. My standards speak louder than my words. Queens, let this be your declaration. Let him rise or let him go, but never shrink again. If this truth lit something inside you, if you felt every word like it was written on your soul, then like this video and subscribe to the channel. We are working hard to bring you the lessons that remind you of what you were always meant to be. Unapologetic, powerful, and completely unforgettable.